reality TV star, TV and radio presenter, former king of the jungle, of course, winning the I'm a Celebrity crown back in 2023. Gosh, I feel as if that was just like last year. Sam, though, is using his own diagnosis of ADHD to help give everyone else living with the condition what he calls a superpower with his new book, You, Me and ADHD. This is great. This is really good, Sam. It's really easy to follow. But what was the whole idea of getting this book out?
Do you know what? It's been on my mind for a while, but I'm almost ashamed to say I've been a bit too nervous to do it for a couple of years at least, because it's a world that I get scared to dive two-footed into. Because I don't want to say the wrong thing, or if you bring something out, you want it to be received well. Sure. But then I remember little Sam, if you will, and that kind of is written for little
So
me.
this would be the book that you would have loved to have had.
It's the book that I wish I'd had as a kid.
Right, because it's really sad, because at school you were labelled lazy and stupid and all these horrible things, which clearly that's going to stay with you when somebody puts that on you, for goodness sake. But you had ADHD and nobody knew.
I had no idea. I think I was in probably the last generation of school kids where the teacher genuinely didn't have a clue really what ADHD was. And when I was getting diagnosed, this was crazy actually. When I was, the lovely lady who was diagnosing me, she got all my report cards together from the age of 8 to 18.
Right.
So different schools.
Sure, sure.
And she goes, right, pick a thing out. And I went, okay, cool, brought it out. It went, Sam Thompson, nice enough guy, very distracting of the class, gets easily distracted, cannot concentrate, needs to buck up his ideas, basically. I went, right, okay, nice. Put it down, she shuffled it again, went, take another one, took another one. Literally the exact, verbatim, the same thing. And she went, what do you reckon the different ages were? I was like, I don't know, within 2 years of each other. She was like, one of them was 12, one of them was 17.
Goodness me.
And she was like, how you didn't get diagnosed just off the back of your report cards is mad to me.
Yeah, because sometimes the disruptive kid in the class is actually not. They're just kind of struggling a bit.
I had no, I wanted to be good. That's what
right.
I really struggle with as well.
But when things really interested you, razor-sharp focus on topics or subjects that so it shows that it wasn't to do with the fact that you were lazy or disruptive or any of these things. You were just dealing with ADHD. You were just dealing with that. The thing that I think is really good about this is there's really practical advice in here in a very easy to understand way. Was that the whole? You just wanted to pass on as many tips?
I wanted this to be exactly how I would want to read something. So obviously I've got ADHD. I really struggle to stay concentrated on anything. So I didn't want it to be a really just lengthy, texty, wordy thing. I wanted to have little tasks on it. I wanted to have. I also wanted to have a superhero element to it as well. And because I think you can be super if you're neurodiverse.
Well, look at you. You're sitting there. Look at what you've achieved. When you think about it. There you are, king of the jungle. You've got a very, very successful career in TV
I'm very
and radio.
lucky.
Well, luck goes hand in hand with hard work. And also, much more important than any of that, you have found the one. Not the one for now, the one. Congratulations, because that doesn't always happen.
Thank you.
And when you've got somebody... well done, that man. Oh, come on. I mean, look, she's absolutely stunning and she's a lovely girl, which is much more important.
Absolutely stunning. And she's the nicest, loveliest human being. And she's mad in all of the most amazing ways, and she just gets me so well. Yeah, she's
So this is serious. I mean, you've moved in. This is proper.
Yeah.
This is the person you want to spend the rest of your life with.
I wouldn't be with her if I didn't. I'm too old. So yeah, she's amazing.
No, I'm really, really pleased for you, because if you get all these things in your life working out, and then I guess it was the right time for you to do this book then.
Yeah.
You were saying, which is very interesting, that you were a little bit worried about it, because, you are putting yourself out there, of course you are, and there'll be people that will scoff, because they do, sadly. And it's just that, it's great that you feel this is the right time to share your story.
It was a lot of it was just because I came to the conclusion that actually, if it can help one kid who was like me, or one parent, it's not just actually, it's the kind of book I wish my parents had read as well, to be honest with you. Maybe they could have understood me a little bit more in terms of what I had. And if you can just change, make someone understand themselves even a tiny bit more, then it was the right thing to do. And it may not, I hope it does really help, because it's literally come from all of my experiences, my lived experiences, and all of the tips and tricks that I've done to help myself, because ADHD it can be really, really tough. It can be debilitating.
Can, of course it can.
But it also can be, if harnessed correctly and if surrounded by the right people and if you communicate, it can be something that actually can really give you a good life as well.
Of course it can. And that's when you need your friends. And you've got a great pal in Pete.
I do, yes.
Pete Wicks is a delight, and the two of you together is something very special, both of you. So, and he approves of the new girl.
Oh my God, the beard!
Oh gosh, look at the two of you. You look like brothers there.
Beard.
Oh, I say that's very sort of like
who do I think I am?
male model. I think lovely.
Get Mark back in it. Mark, what do you think about that?
Mark would highly approve. Sam's book, You, Me and ADHD, is out right now. Perfect if you maybe think you might have the condition. Absolutely vital for parents everywhere to read it and to understand it, for all of us to understand it a little bit more. You've done a great thing. Thank you
so much. I really appreciate you reading it as well.
No, you're a lovely boy. Thank you very much indeed.